Hi guys. I need to go online and report these shootings. I'm just so sad still. I was starting to feel better about my breakup, but I'm sad again. I just feel like I've gained and lost. I have no energy. Plus, I drank way too much last night. So many young guys. I just don't know what to do. Single at 36. I don't even know how to talk to people. I talk to you guys just fine. Look, I got a new bed set. This thing was like $4,000. I got new blankets. This blanket is legit. If you guys want a good recommendation, Target has this really beautiful blanket. I had to get rid of everything. I wore makeup last night. I ruined it. Well, I gotta put it through the wash. I'm so afraid to use bleach. Anyway, I have to report about the gun violence that's been happening. I know it sounds weird, but I absolutely love being a gun control activist. Like, I love it more than BLM activism, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like, I just feel like it's like my purpose, if that makes sense. I don't know, like, for some reason, like, in my existence, I I feel like I have to do something that's more than for myself, or I don't feel fulfilled. Not like I'm an angel or anything. I make poor decisions just like anybody else. But I feel that God has blessed me with the energy to want to continue even when I don't want to. And I like to fight. I'm going to admit it. I like fighting for what is right. You want to know what it is? It's probably because when I was a young girl and I used to get beaten every day with a belt by my stepfather and then, my mother after when he left, I used to feel so helpless. Like, please don't hit your kids. Please, I beg of you. I know there's only a few of you guys here. Please don't hit your kids. Because it really does affect them. It affected me. It affected my siblings. I mean, not a day went by where our stepdad wasn't hitting us. And it makes you feel helpless and it makes you feel angry and it makes you feel like unloved. And I truly believe that's why there's so many upset people in this world. It's because so many people have been hit. It really comes from the slave era. Whipping your kids with a belt, who made that up? And some places, like in the South, it gets worse. People use their, switches and things like that. And they call it discipline. You brought these kids into the world. They are supposed to act up. It's your job to redirect them and not actually physically hurt them. I just will never understand it. I had to pow my son, but if one time, I would pow him. but I wouldn't do it so that it would inflict pain. I would just like it make a noise like that, but never would I ever inflict pain on my children. Like, I just don't understand how people can do that. So the reason why I'm a part of gun control is not only because, I saw statistics that basically spelled out black people were killing each other at high rates. And the mere fact that any black person would think that I would gain something from bringing issues up that I'm trying to fix about my own people. I mean, that's crazy. What would I gain for freaking being a black activist? You really think I make money doing this? I don't. I'm a realtor. I make money in real estate. If I was a selfish person and I cared so much about myself, I would be talking to you guys about real estate. I don't. Sometimes I do if you guys have questions, but I have enough business to where I do this as a hobby. And I chose to be a black activist because we were underrepresented. And I chose to do this because I got into gun control, because I understand statistics. I've done my homework. I've done my research. And the stuff that I have found in my own study time is the mere fact that we are minorities and we are killing each other. And then I realized nobody is safe. Nobody. If you are white, you are not safe in this country. Especially if you're a dude. Suicidal rates are highly dominated by white men with guns. They say, well, they'll just use a knife. They just use the... Yeah, but they're more than likely going to for sure kill themselves with a gun. Like, it's just like a more deadlier way. Like, there isn't an option for you. Let's just say this, and I'll read you guys' comments in a minute. I saw a story of a guy who actually took a gun. He took a gun and he shot himself in the face. And he thought he did something. Check this out. They found him. His story is somewhere. I got to go find it. I should report it today. When I have the energy, I feel sick today because I went out last night. I didn't even have fun. Anyway, he shot himself in the freaking face and he survived it. Did you guys know that just because you get shot doesn't mean you're going to die? But he's jacked up. Like, he's brain dead. They keep him alive. They won't let him go. He's just sitting there in limbo. And it's just kind of crazy to me. How many times did 50 Cent get shot? He's rapping right now about it. The gun and men are perpetuating violence at such high rates that we are going to be all damned. My second activism would be to talk about car crashes. Just here in Connecticut yesterday when I went out, there was gun violence, gun shootings. People are dead in Connecticut, as well as car crashing. 21-year-old died in Connecticut. Hit a freaking tree, probably drinking and driving. It's crazy. I care. I care about you guys. I care about everyone in the world. The fact that you could live out your life without worrying about somebody shooting you or getting into a car accident, that would be so great, right? But you guys love your guns and you guys like to drive drunk. Let's just be honest. Hello there. You said, how are you doing, beautiful? Keep up your head, sweetheart. Thank you, Michael. I don't know. I'm not doing too well. I saw my ex today and I'm just so upset. I'm so upset, I was supposed to be married 6 months from now. He freaking called off everything. I'm embarrassed. Originally from Georgia, my grandmother would make you pick your switch. That is the problem. It's an older way to discipline your children. We must progress. You whip your kids enough to know, you whip your kids enough, no consequences, not out of anger. Listen, when I discipline my kids, I can look at them. I might raise my voice, but they know. I swear to God, I give my kids the rope, and they don't want to go that far with it. They really don't. I let my kids do whatever they want. They don't want to do it. It's the people holding on to their kids so tightly and think they can control them, and they're going to rebel. My kids rebel, but they just do it the opposite. And you know, who cares about that? I would never want to make my kids think that I want to harm them. Let me repeat that. What kind of freaking parent are you when you think hitting your kids is doing something? You wouldn't let somebody else do it, but you're going to do it. It just don't make sense. It kind of sounds like Putin. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to dominate a freaking region called Ukraine to bring back his country to its fullest form. And yet he's freaking killing the people and the freaking... It makes no freaking sense. Gun control hurts black people because it was a setup too. The unapologetic, that is just so wrong. Black people are killing themselves with gun, okay? Due to proximity, which is black on black crime. But since people get so butthurt by the terminology, we'll call it proximity crime. Legal black gun owners are not doing drive-bys or walk-ups in urban streets. I don't believe you. Like, if you have a gun, you're doing something. Like, who needs a freaking gun? Unless you're in an environment where you need a gun. A person who wants to unalive themselves, they will in any way. That's fine. You can do what you want to do with your life, but at the end of the day, what don't you understand? It's a more deadlier way to execute. I mean, I'll look up the statistics, but you're more than likely going to use that gun on yourself if it's in your home, or it's more than likely going to hurt somebody you love. Okay? Knives are not an issue here in America. And we have knives. Whenever somebody brings up that freaking argument, says, well, you know, in other countries, whenever they got rid of guns, then knife crime went up. Well, guess what? We have knives today, and we don't have a knife problem. If people had an option to do a knife, they would. They have the option. We have knives. But they choose the gun because it is a more effective way to kill or to inflict violence. It's a more effective way. Mass shootings would not be so effective with a mass knife. It takes time. It takes a lot of energy. It's not as easy. There's knives. They're choosing guns. If you keep a strap, then you're living a lifestyle, you know, that's not conducive for our society. You know, God says if you live by the knife, you die by the sword, or something like that. You live by the gun, you die by the gun. I said that. But the problem is your gun might kill freaking somebody else that's unarmed. Your gun might get in the wrong hands or in the hands of someone else, like a child. Like, did you guys just see that report? So it's just annoying at this point. It's like everybody that cares about their gun, law-abiding citizens, are in the way of us creating the laws, enforcing the laws to get to the criminals and the mentally ill. It don't make no sense. You live in Brooklyn, New York City, and I need a gun to protect my home. If the criminals can have one, why can't I? At the end of the day, if you need a gun in your area, instead of saying, well, they have a gun, so I need a gun, why wouldn't you do everything humanly possible to make sure the police are enforcing the law? Why aren't you doing everything possible to make sure that landlords are making sure that felons don't live in your proximity? Why aren't you doing everything humanly possible to make sure that your perimeter of where you dwell isn't infested with criminals? You guys need to put pressure on the town, put pressure on the police. There is a police station in every town here in America, in every city here in America. If there's high crimes and there's lots of criminals, that's probably because they're not enforcing it. Stop with this whole, I don't want stop and frisk. I don't want them to sweep my streets. Well, then how the hell do you think we're going to clean the streets? They need to hire more cops, and they need to make sure that people involved have integrity, have fiduciary duties, and make sure that they don't shoot to kill. I don't even think cops should have I don't even think cops should have I don't even think cops should have guns at first response. Maybe third response. Criminals don't stay segregated to their own neighborhoods. They should. Sexual predators can't go into certain neighborhoods. Okay, I really think that there should be a database if you're a criminal, especially if you have previous crime history with a gun. Police in towns cannot stop felons from moving into an area. You're right, but landlords can. When you fill out an application, you have to put on the application your criminal record. And most landlords ask for a criminal background check. And if you don't pass it, you don't get to live there. I sound suburban? Good. How you think I'm in this freaking nice ass blanket, bro? I chose, and I continue to be chosen for this life. If you are in a situation that is not good for you and your family, it's because you are choosing to live that way. Cops shouldn't have guns? No, they shouldn't. It is not the cop's job to execute people on sight. Where in the world did you guys learn that cops are supposed to be killing people? I mean, I get it. Like, you know, there are times when cops do need to intervene, like when there's a mass shooting, but where are they prior to? Guns don't do nothing but kill people. So if you're pro-gun, you're pro-death. How could you even look at a gun and not see anything else but death? 398 million guns in this country. You want to know how many people have died in this country via the gun? Do the math. I'll tell all the criminals if I had the power. Okay? That's why I got into politics. I don't have power now. But you guys better hope somebody don't find me. You know? Cornel West said, you got to learn to die. I'm going to tell you what. When I turned 36 years old, I decided to die. Hypothetically speaking, crazies. Which means I chose to live my life fighting for what is right. I don't have a title. I'm not freaking nobody. God gave me that title when TikTok came into play. And I know I'm not at 100,000 followers, and I don't care. If I can say one statistic or at least get you guys to think more about other people than your freaking selfish selves, then maybe I did something while I'm here on this earth. Shoot, when I die, I want jewels. Y'all need to start reading the Bible. My nose is stuffy. I mean, you know how many freaking gun shootings have just happened yesterday? Freaking crazy. Sorry. So many people freaking being killed by the gun. Like my dress. I feel like crap. Ugh. Don't take guns away from the law-abiding individuals. You're not law-abiding. This is what I keep telling you guys. Law-abiding citizens don't exist here in America. Okay? Until we get the numbers to drop substantially. You're not law-abiding to me. I don't have a gun. Who's killing people? Y'all are with the guns. Whether legal or not legal. How are these criminals getting the gun when you can't get a gun with the background? They buying it from y'all. Strawman purchases. Yeah. You can't play a player. I'll tell it to all the criminals. And I'm pretty sure they come here. It might be you. So sad. Be a part of the solution, not a part of the freaking problem. I mean, let's just do some research real quick. And most of you guys don't do it. I gotta do it for you. I'll hold your hand, don't worry. Guns are the reason why our world is damned to hell. They keep talking about a comet coming. I'm like, y'all looking up, but we need to look straight forward. We looking behind us. Y'all looking up. We need to look behind us from the next pop-off. I swear to God, they need to normalize freaking cute tops that are bulletproof. You know, I was at a club last night. Because y'all know I'm look at my gains. You know what I'm saying? I'm the arm queen. I was at a club last night thinking I still got it and I don't. And for a minute, I was thinking, man, there's a lot of people in here. I wonder who's going to pop off. Do any of you guys do that? No, just me. Because it happens. It's going to happen again. Strawman purchasing is far from the issue. We need to take a holistic approach. It is definitely a part of the issue. It's a part of the issue. Yeah. It's not the whole pie, but it's definitely a piece of it. I'm talking pepperoni. Sliced. Everyone should have a gun. Everyone would think twice before committing crime. See, that's so aggressive. Do you not understand the violence in that sentence? Like, who raised you? So let's see what happened last night. I was supposed to report this on my TikTok, but I just feel like crap. I just don't want to freaking deal with today. Criminals are violent, and so are non-criminals. What makes a criminal? Let's talk about this. When does one become a criminal? Whenever they want. Could you be a criminal? Absolutely. You are not untouchable by poor choices. We all can make poor choices at any moment, at any time. Life will hit you in the okole. Google that in Hawaiian. And when it does, what are you going to do? You're going to pop off? There's a lot of people in this country pop off. Listen, I get it. Poverty has a lot to do with it. I get it. Your environment, a lot of people are still living within the red lines. I don't know why. You don't want to pay, probably. You don't want to work. That's just that. You don't want to live outside your norm, whatever that is. So people just stay within the red lines. And instead of doing something about it, they just stay there and load up. If somebody would have came in my door, I would have pop, pop, pop. You ain't going to do nothing. That freaking criminal's already been watching you. That criminal already knows your freaking every move. Ain't nobody going to go after somebody with a gun and give them a warning. It's usually a surprise. What are you going to do? Sleep with your gun? You still got to wake up. Is it loaded? Is it ready? Sometimes you cock it and it freaking gets stuck. Like, y'all act like you, had that been me at Sandy Hook and I had my gun, I would have got that. You wouldn't have done nothing. You would have been running for your life. Had that been me at Walmart, I would have bobbed one and up. And ain't nobody law-abiding with a gun done nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing. I swear to God, I can't wait to read on the news. Because that's what I read. Because I'm old as shitballs now. Today, Saturday, there was another shooting. Upticks here in Texas. Because they got shitty ass freaking laws. And could you believe right before the shooter loaded up, a bystander that had a concealed to carry, because they ain't got no permits in freaking Texas, decided to shoot the guy in the kneecaps. So he survived and has to go through due process. Yay! Law-abiding citizen is a hero. Never freaking happens, baby. Ain't nobody law-abiding freaking saving nobody. Make it make sense is all I'm saying. And it don't. So while I'm looking up some stuff to read to you guys can come and share your thoughts. So I'm pretty sure most of you guys want to say, don't take my gun. Why do you need a gun? You don't need that gun. How many people died from gunshots? Guns yesterday. I wonder if it's going to come up. I love Google. The last 72 hours gun violence archives. Oh, this thing is real specific. Does it have a number? A lot of people. Look at what I'm looking at. April 9th. That's today. District of Columbia, Washington. 1 injured. Nobody killed. Just today, Ohio, Cleveland. 3400 block of West 46th Street. 3 injured. No one killed. Just today. This is awesome. April 9th. Oklahoma. County city is Norman. Elm Avenue and West Lindsay Street. 1 killed. Look at this. So that's 1 head count. Ohio, 1 head count. North Carolina, this is all today. 1 killed, 2 injured in Durham, North Carolina. Today, Texas, San Antonio, 1 injured. 1 injured in Chicago. Another injured in Chicago, no deaths. Today, Texas, 1 injured, 1 killed. Another one, Texas, 1 injured. Orlando, 1 injured. Florida, what the hell is going on in Florida? Florida is everywhere. I thought Florida was a vacation spot. You could have freaking fooled me. This is just today. It's 5:22. Okay, Miami, Florida, today, 4 injured. Houston, Texas. You guys love your guns, right? 1 injured. Columbus, injured. Jackson, injured. This is all just today. Again, Texas City, 2 injured. Okay, Texas, Houston, 1 killed, 4 injured. Please look this up. Go to www.gunviolencearchives.org/last-72-hours. Look at that. Just today, Washington, 3 injured. Texas, Houston, again, 1 injured. The narrative is that it's Chicago. It's Chicago. It's not just Chicago. Texas is dominating today's deaths with guns. Chicago's there, don't get me wrong. But so is freaking Florida. And definitely Texas. This is yesterday. What? Jackson, you're so nasty. How many of those shootings were illegal gun owners? Who gives a damn? It was used with a gun. Point blank, period. How many people were injured were unarmed? I think that's a better question. Democratic cities in Texas. Stop with the Democratic cities. Stop it with the Democratic crap. Texas is not a Democratic city, is it? I'm pretty sure Texas is Republican. If I'm not mistaken, I'm about to look it up. The legal status of Texas is standing of Texas as a political entity. While Texas has been part of the various political entities throughout its history, including 10 years during 1836 to 1846 as the independent Republic of Texas, the current legal status is a state of the United States of America. I'm trying to say, is Texas a Republican or Democratic state? I'm going to look. Texas major cities are Democratic. Who cares, though? Oh, who cares if it's a Democratic? So it's a party? What does that have to do with people? Republicans control all statewide Texan offices. Republicans control all statewide Texas offices. That's what it says here. Both houses of the state legislature have majority in the and have a majority in the Texas congressional delegation. Democrats benefit heavily from its large cities. Austin, the state capital, votes Democratic, as do El Paso, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and Rio. So, but it doesn't matter. It still says that Republicans control all statewide Texas offices. It says consequently, when did Texas become a Republican state? The first Republican statewide primary was held in 1926. I would not want to be born in 1926, but drew only, whatever, 16,000 for say voters. But contrast the Democratic primary in the same year drew 821,234 voters, as disenfranchisement was well established, and Texas was essentially a one-party, white-only voting state. Who wants to not go to Texas? It says white only voting state. Furthermore, in Texas, a Republican state 2020 Republican primary was held on March 30, 2020. Donald Trump and Bill Weld were declared Republican candidates. Texas Governor Greg Abbott declined to run against Trump, as did 2016 Republican primary candidate and current Senator Ted freaking Cruz. Wyoming was the most Republican state, with 59% of residents identified as Republicans and only 25% residents identified as Democrat. Is Texas going Democrat? Texas is receiving immigration and coming of age voters that are majority Democrat. Texas became a competitive state. It would have very large impact, as it only one of the big four states that constantly goes Republican in recent presidential elections. The table of U.S. state party statistics as of November 2019. Alaska, Republican. Okay. Arizona, Republican. Arkansas, Republican. California, Democratic. What political party is Texas? Texas Democratic Party. The Texas Democratic Party is one of the two major political parties in the U.S. state of Texas, representing the Democratic Party. I mean, it's giving me like mixed messages now, so whatever. Do you guys not want to talk to me today? I'm taking it off. So anyway, I have some information here. I'm trying to get the background effects. Okay. I want the green screen. This is what I wanted to report today. Three dead in shooting at Georgia gun range. Let's look that up. I'm in my bed. gun range shooting? Who made this up? Look at this. Look at this malarkey. 3 dead in shooting at Georgia gun range. Okay, here it is. I'm pretty sure this is Georgia coroner discovers bodies of his parents and son at scene of apparent robbery, officials say. Is this the right one? I don't know if this is the right one. I'm not going to fall for that. What are we doing, people? You're not going to get me this time. You tried. You failed. Angry black woman, huh? I fit the bill? Good. 3 dead in shooting at Georgia gun range. Why can't I find it? I mean, I have it saved in my phone, but yeah, this has got to be it. Yep, here we go. Hey, what's up? What? You were trying to cross the busy highway and you got hit by a huge dump truck? What the hell? That's why I don't trust the freaking 95. I don't trust. Was it on the 95? I don't trust the 95. All right, guys, police. 3 dead in gun range shooting. How does that happen? I mean, it makes sense, right? Stolen. Who's?
Hello.
Hi. What are you doing?
Playing. What are you doing?
Like, yo, do your homework. Let's see here. Police are searching for at least one armed suspect, emphasis on armed, in connection with the killing of the owner of a gun range in Georgia and his wife and grandson. That is so freaking sad, bro. Look at this. That was yesterday. The Grantville Police Department said via Facebook that the robbery occurred Friday evening. When officers arrived at the scene around 8 p.m., they discovered the bodies of the owner of Lock, Stock, and Barrel Shooting Range. Ain't that the freaking guy? How you gonna die selling the tool that killed you? That kind of reminds me of the guy from Too Fast, Too Furious. Walker. I mean, you can't make this up. I mean, it's like somebody choking on pizza and they're a pizza owner. Ironic, for sure. So what happened? The police identified the victims as the grandson. It's so sad. So it was Thomas Hawk, 75, his wife Evelyn, 75, and their grandson Luke, 17. Police Chief Steve Whitlock said that the Hawk family was well known and well respected in their small, tight-knit community. The Hawks had operated Lock, Stock, and Barrel for nearly 30 years. Their grandson was on spring break helping his grandparents at the shop. Now, where's his parents? Because I'm pretty sure they're thinking, man, why do we even let him go there? But they're probably part of gun culture and probably thought it would be fine. Why Ketanji Jackson is problematic, a thread. Y'all need to leave that woman alone. Little mama sound like she went to sleep with the fan on high. Do you feel good about yourself? Okay, so this is just a shock to everybody in the community. Of course, it's a shock. I don't know why it's a shock. Just the way people report white people's shootings and the way that they report black people. It's just kind of funny. Small little knit town. Don't you love that little sound bites? Like this could never happen, and it just so happened to happen. But when black people get shot, they're like another one is down, and they keep it moving. Today, a gorilla had two babies. It's crazy. Look, we're just a small town. 12 officers said, I've been here 8 years and I have never had to investigate anything like this. Like, it never happens there. Anyway, sad. Died by the gun. I don't know why you guys just love it. Listen, y'all need to leave Ketanji Brown Jackson alone. Y'all be messing with her because she's black? Really? It really has got to stop. Everybody white is running things. One black lady tried to get in. We all freaking got a problem with it. What? There's some more people that died. So yeah, it says here. Yeah, that was the right story. Oh, 3 people are dead after robbery at a gun range. So it was a robbery. Yeah. So it was a robbery, and they ended up killing everybody. So what were they? Why would you rob a gun store? Why? To sell them? Sorry, I'm reading your guys' comments. Yeah, they literally robbed them and killed them for what? The guns? It's so sad. 17 years old. Yeah, so sad. She's more than qualified to even think that she's not qualified. Like, how the hell? She's a freaking judge. Like, it's ridiculous. To even question her credibility is so freaking culturally insulting. It's a black lady, so she's unqualified. Could you imagine if somebody said like Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi wasn't qualified? Yet Marjorie Taylor Greene is reigning supreme. I don't even know what she's qualified for. Did she go to college? Spilling her freaking racist freaking rhetoric. Ridiculous. Ain't nobody asking is Marjorie Taylor Greene freaking qualified. Clarence gotta go. Clarence gotta go. He looked like Clayton Bigsby. Swear to God, he hate black people. You can just tell. You can just look at Clarence and know he hates black people. I mean, it looks like they made Clayton Bixby off of his face. I'm telling you, do compare and contrast. I dare you. You're gonna see some similarities. Sorry, I have to blow my nose. I'm just stuffy. I don't have the COVID. And my heart is broken still. So like he's got my son on the weekends now. Off topic, but and so we do video time so I can see my baby. And I and he's at his parents' house and my picture of us is still on the wall. I was like, can you take that down? Like just why are you like leaving it up? Like, bro, you jacked up my life. And inside I'm thinking like maybe want to get back together one day, but it's like I can't take this motherfucker back. I'm in my own apartment. I had to start all over, like call it our wedding. I'm just still so hurt about it. A cat to her. Wait, what are you talking about? Anyway, what else happened? Oh yeah, this is pretty good information actually. 2/3 of the country's most populous cities recorded more homicides. Like, this is some interesting stuff, you guys. Let me see if I could get like a. Oh, I don't want that. Yeah, this is what I want. Classes in session. Let's see if we can read it. Any glasses? More than 2/3 of the counties, no countries. I'm sorry, I can't see. Oh, countries' most populous cities recorded more homicides in 2021 than the previous year, with at least 10 setting all-time homicide records, with the majority committed with a firearm, according to CNN analysis of the police department data. The Biden administration in recent weeks redoubled its focus on combating gun crime, even as lawmakers in at least 7 states have forged ahead, often against the advice of. What? Can you hear me now? I was on a phone call. Can you hear me now? Okay. So what was it saying? The Biden administration, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so often against the advice of enforcement officials and advocacy groups, with bills that would allow citizens to legally carry concealed guns in public without firearm training or a license. That's crazy. All right, so let's see what else is going on. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Look, infant got shot. I've said this and I've said this before, that guns related deaths are the second leading cause of kids dying. How does an infant get shot? A drive-by shooting Friday night in New Imbria, Louisiana, injured 5 people, among them a 7-month-old, according to the local police department. Police officers responded around 9:30 p.m. This is all recent news, by the way. Responded at 9:30 p.m. To a shooting in 200 block of something Jackson Drive. The department said in a statement 3 people suffered non-life-threatening injuries, while 2 others, including the infant and the adult, were hospitalized in critical condition. Jackson, you over here rapping? Norfolk, Virginia. 2 killed, 3 wounded outside restaurant. How do I do that? You can't even eat no more. Madison Heights, Virginia. 1 killed, 4 wounded. This is probably the reports. You remember I just reported to you guys all the people that's freaking dying just yesterday and today. Freaking sick stuff, man. Arkansas, 1 killed, 27 injured in a car at a car show. That one I did report. I remember that one. Even kids were injured. So Houston, 1 teenager killed, 3 wounded outside a birthday party. Y'all gang banging on birthday cakes? Come on. So what happened? Let's read. 4 teenagers were shot, 1 fatally, after a fight broke out Saturday night in a parking lot outside a 16th birthday party in Texas. Texas. Most populous city. Democratic city. Police responded to a Houston production studio around midnight after people were involved in a dispute that escalated into gunfire. How relevant at a 16-year-old's birthday party. If that's not hood with it, I don't know what is. There was literally just 6 people killed and 17 people injured from gang violence in Sacramento. It's just so sad, right? So sad. My whole point of doing this is to get you guys to understand that it's not just Chicago. And if any news person wants you to believe that it's just in Chicago, it's because they don't want you to mess up everybody else's pockets. I'm a full-time realtor, and yes, I'm going to take the broker's license probably next week, Wednesday or Friday. My kids are getting on me. I'm telling you right now, if there is a lot of gun violence in the area, it makes the area undesirable. So a lot of people that are black and brown, Hispanics and things like that live in these democratic cities that are having high crime, they think, well, we're not getting the jobs, racism systemically, yeah, that could be true. But if you don't look at the gun violence, you won't understand that nobody wants to live in an area, not even black people, not even brown people want to be in an area that's dangerous or deemed unsafe. As a realtor, I can't tell you. It is illegal for me to tell you whether a town is safe or not because of steering, right? Because of redlining. That's what they used to do. And blockbusting. All that's illegal. So when people tell me, is this a safe town? I said, do your research, okay? Because I can't tell you. It's illegal for me to tell you. But, in my mind, I'm thinking, you try to live in Waterbury. Waterbury's got a lot of gun violence. It's not only Waterbury. It's a lot of places here in Connecticut with a lot of black people. What are we going to do about it? White people too. It's everybody. I told you guys. It really has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with American culture. Debate somebody. I've had the lines open for an hour now. You can try if you want to. You're going to fail. I am a professional at this point. I'm a professional. Where is my charger? If you want to debate me, you can. I'll put on my debate glasses. What you got? What can you say? When kids are dying substantially, what you gonna do? You gonna be part of the solution or you gonna be part of the problem? It's up to you. But you gonna hear me. Where's my charger? Anyway. Jackson, what do you, I swear to God, move the podium? You don't want it? I wanted to go the other way. Everybody left though. I probably should come back. I don't know what else more I can say. Oh, there you go. Hello. Hi, Mr. King Jock. I don't know what more I can say. I mean, it's just kind of crazy that people just keep dying. Look, my filter went off. From guns. Day. And it's everybody. I tell everybody this. It's literally everybody. Everybody just doesn't care. People don't care. People are going to keep on doing more shootings. Okay, Jackson. We got married in a fever, hotter than a Brussels sprout. I love singing that song. Everybody's talking about Jackson. Ever since the fire went out, I'm going to Jackson. That's one of my favorite songs to sing. So off topic. You guys think I'm crazy. I probably am. We got married in a fever, hotter than a first sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. Hey, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town. Listen, if you guys want to debate, the lines are open. Let's do this. Until then, well, going down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your hell. Go play your and you band. Make a fool of yourself. Yeah, you go to Jackson. You comb your hair. Honey, I'm going to snowball to Jackson. See if I care. Well, breezing into the city. You know the words. You know the words, honey. How are you doing? She's like,
I'm good. How are you?
this crazy ass lady. We're going to Jackson. Comb your hair. That is, listen, who doesn't like that song? Like, I just love Johnny Cash. And I don't care. What are you doing over there? You trying to get some coins, aren't you? I
I
knew it.
I don't even know. No, because I don't really battle anyone. I don't even know how this works, to be honest with you.
Well, you said, I
I'm
don't know how this
always
works, but give me some coins, god dang it. You try to say, I don't even know how it works, but hit that button. Tap
hey, I
that.
watch I watch like a whole bunch of lives, and I don't know how. Like I don't know. I tap the screen.
There you go. Well, I hope you get what you're looking for, sweetie. You're heartbroken too. Oh, what happened, Sea Bear? You're heartbroken. I'm heartbroken too. Let's talk about it.
Oh,
Sorry, I got pretty much divorced, but I wasn't even married. I was with them for 7 years. They all my community knows. It's just so sad. Why you heartbroken, Sea Bear? Listen, y'all, you better go get your coins. You better tell them to go get who's on your side.
um, I got one person on right now. I did have 7.
Listen, see, I'm not into the coin thing. I'd rather just talk to you guys about gun control.
Hey, whatever works. Where are you from?
I live in Connecticut. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh,
Yeah, coffee. We get the best type of coffee. Right next to New York City. They think their freaking pizza's so freaking good. Where are you at?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, you ain't even that far. That's what's up. Who's got better pizza? PACT or NY?
I've been to New York once, so I'm gonna have to say Pennsylvania.
Okay, how do you guys make your pizza? Is it deep dish? Is it crust? Like we're known for brick oven pizza out here.
I like thin crust and like I don't like deep dish. What?
Oh, what a beautiful girl.
Aw, thank you. That's a picture that they just drew me.
That's wonderful.
No, it's only me.
Oh, you did that. Okay. And Rye ran away.
You
And
got
say
some
hi.
beautiful kids you got there. Oh, hello. Hi. She's like, girl,
Wait,